Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 667th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And what a cracking battle this is. As you can see, it's fought on a custom map hosted by Brotherhood member Crypto. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Demon. Now, Demon has got 12 infantry, 3 archers and 5 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his infantry. You'll see that most of his infantry have got 7 upgrades on: an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack. I think a couple of his infantry have just got gold shield, gold attack on, which will probably be his pilot shield units there, but the majority of his units have got 7 upgrades on: an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he's got 7 upgrades on his cavalry, an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So I think that's a pretty good balanced Roman army there. It'll be interesting to see how well it does during the course of the battle. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Lando. Now, Lando has just got 7 infantry, 8 archers and 5 cavalry. Now, this is a really unusual army build, especially upgrade wise, as you will see. Okay, his archers, if you notice, have got 8 upgrades on: 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Now, that's a heck of a lot of upgrades to put on your archers. Okay, but he's got 8 of them, and each one of those have got 8 upgrades on each. If you have a look at his infantry, you'll see that his infantry have got 7 upgrades on: an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack, but he's only got 7 of them. Okay, I must say that's probably about the lowest amount of Roman infantry I've ever seen on 31k battle. And if you look at his cavalry there, you'll see he's got 8 upgrades on, 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So he's got serious cavalry there, but only 7 infantry. You know, no matter what the upgrades are on your cavalry, will that make up for just 7 infantry? And as I say, his 8 archers have all got 8 upgrades on each, so I think that's an unusual army build there. But as I say, 7 infantry on a 31k battlefield, is that enough? I guess we'll just have to see. Our next teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who has unusually bought the Britannia faction. Now, as we know, a modern Britannia army is usually made up of 14 head hurlers and 6 maxed chariots. Now, those 14 head hurlers can be absolutely devastating with the firepower they can deliver, but if they haven't tipped the battle in your team's favour by the time they've thrown all their heads, all you've got is 14 light infantry. So I much prefer to bring a balanced, old school, old fashioned Britannia army, as you will see as we look a little bit closer at the units. Okay, so we got the chosen swordsman there. With good upgrades on, you'd be surprised on how tough chosen swordsmen are. So they are always, for me, a must for the Britannia army. Now, I've only got 5 head hurlers, but used correctly, these guys can do a lot of damage to the enemy troops there. Okay, and I've gone for the Barbarian Warlord Chariots. Okay, now the Britannia faction's got 2 lots of chariots: the heavy chariots, which I think are about 580 denarii, or these Barbarian Warlord Chariots that are over 1,000 denarii. The difference is the ordinary heavy chariots have only got 3 hit points. These guys have got 5 hit points, and over the years I've experimented with both types of chariots, and to be honest, this is the best chariots here. Pound for pound, possibly the best chariots in the game, and they don't run amok. So there's my old school, old fashioned Britannia army there. Will it be any good in 2022? I guess we'll just have to see. And our last teammate is Brotherhood member Mad King. Now, Mad King has got 8 infantry, 6 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 8 infantry, 6 archers, 6 cavalry. Once again, a low number of infantry. Okay, he's got an eagle unit there to give extra morale to his infantry, which is good. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. He usually brings serious cavalry. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Remember, like we said before, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry takes it out of the like kind of epic cavalry onto super cavalry. Okay, so that makes that can make a heck of a difference. Fully upgraded cavalry there. But as I say, once again, only 8 infantry, a low number for the 31k battlefield. I don't know what you guys think. 6 archers and 6 cavalry there. Okay, it's got the potential to be a cracking battle, and I hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. Here we have the host of the game, Crypto, who has bought Germania, and he's got 9 archers, 2 Knight Raiders, 3 Berserkers, and a Screeching Woman unit there. Okay, if you look at the upgrades on his chosen archers there, you see you've got 7 upgrades and experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, these archers have got long range, really great defense, and when they've fired all their arrows, they can be really effective light infantry. And he's got 9 of them, so think of the firepower he can lay down on us there. And then on his Gothic cavalry, got 7 upgrades and experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack. This Gothic cavalry is very underestimated. Check out their specs, you'll see how good the cavalry are. Okay, but this is a question I was going to ask you. Do you think this is a big enough Germanic infantry part of the army there? He's got 2 Knight Raiders. Now remember, Knight Raiders are good infantry in their own right, but they bring a big fear factor, taking morale away from enemy troops, making them more susceptible to routing. Okay, and he's got 2 units, that's all, of Knight Raiders. Now he's got his Berserkers. Okay, remember, these guys got effective against armor maces, 2 hit points, a massive fear factor that they bring, once again like the Knight Raiders, taking morale away from enemy troops, making them more susceptible to routing. Of course, just look at the difference in size between the Berserkers and ordinary infantry. And he's got a Screeching Woman unit, which gives morale to the troops there. Okay, so when they're screeching, they're actually giving morale to the troops. But I just thought to myself, when I looked at the amount of infantry he's got, I just wonder what you guys, do you think that that is a good amount of infantry for Germania, or do you think that you probably would have maybe chosen axemen or something in that? But with the firepower that he's got with those 9 chosen archers, maybe that'll make up for that. Okay, their next teammate is brother member Pompey. Now Pompey's got 12 spearmen, 4 archers and 4 cavalry. Okay, if you look at the upgrades in his battle formation, his forward units have just got 7 upgrades on that, and experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack. And I always look at the length of those Macedonian pikes there, that our troops have got to try and fight all the way down to kill the man on the other end. I know we talk about this quite a lot, but just look at the length of those pikes. And I say there's 7 upgrades on the forward unit of his battle formation. As we move back into his battle formation there, you'll see that he's got 8 upgrades on the units further back in the battle formation there. So he's got staggered upgrades through his pike formation. Quick look at his cavalry. I think because he spent his money on his infantry, yeah, he's only just got gold shield, gold attack on his companion cavalry there. Okay, so that's quite a good balanced Macedonian army there. And their next teammate is Brotherhood member Spearman. Now Spearman has just got 9 infantry and 6 cavalry. 9 infantry, 6 cavalry. Usually got good upgrades on his infantry. There you are. 7 upgrades and experience, stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. Okay, but only 9 units. A low unit maybe again there. And look at the upgrades on his cavalry. 8 upgrades, 2 experience, stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So he's certainly got serious cavalry there. But as I say, I've noticed recently in 31k battles, the amount of infantry being bought is getting lower and lower. I don't know what you guys thought there, but maybe just upgrading is what people are doing. Their last teammate is brother member Barclayman. Now he's got 17 infantry and 3 cavalry. 17 infantry and 3 cavalry. Just like to show you something here, you'll see he's got an eagle unit, okay, for extra morale. And of course he's got his infantry general unit there as well. Okay, so if you notice there, he could form his army into 2 separate armies there. You could form up there with the eagle unit, giving morale to that particular army, and that is general there, giving morale to that particular army. So he could split his army there. And just to let you know, 17 infantry can throw 4,182 pilers before they even get into hand-to-hand combat. 4,182 pilers. That's what 17 Roman urban cohort units can throw there. Quick look at the upgrades at his cavalry, and his cavalry's just got gold shield, gold attack on. So make no mistake, there's a lot of firepower there in Barclayman's army. So there's the 2 teams. It should be a great battle for you to watch. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought I'd give you a little bit of background behind this battle, and that's just to say the team that we're facing here, they have just beaten us either 2 or 3 games in a row, and a really good team, like, their team play's been absolutely great. Their confidence will be very high now because they've just beaten us 2 or 3 games in a row. And as I say, they've really settled in as a team, gelled together well as a team, and they've beaten us 2 or 3 games in a row because they are so good. And of course, they will want to carry on with their winning streak. And of course, we don't want to carry on with our losing streak here. So as I say, they are a really good team that we're facing here, and we just want to try and get a win on the board against them. But it will be a very tall order, because you know when a team's winning a lot, they get that confidence, don't they? And I think that when that team gets confidence, then I think that they almost expect to win. You know, when you're on a winning streak, you almost expect to win every game, don't you? Because, you know, you've been winning. Whereas our team, because we've been losing, we could, you know, maybe we're expecting to lose. So, as I say, the background to this game is that they have actually beaten us 2 or 3 games in a row, and we're trying to get a win on the board, if you like. Okay, at this stage of the battle, we'll see Lando here taking his fast-moving Roman armoured cavalry general there over to cause some disruption and mayhem in amongst the Germanic ranks there. As you can see, they're running there, but you can see a lot of enemy cavalry there ready to come out to engage him, both Macedon and Germanic cavalry there, moving forward to engage him, so it's best for him to move back. Now, if you notice, he's only got, I think, 7 upgrades on that unit. So I think he's going to suffer casualties from archer fire, which you can see he is. One of the armoured cavalry general, when fully upgraded, will suffer absolute minimum damage from archer fire there. But bearing in mind there are 9 well upgraded archer units there shooting onto him, then he is going to suffer some damage, as you can see. Okay, and just to draw your attention here, can you see that Spearman is moving his army over from there? He was in the, I think, the left centre there, moving it over here. What I notice in these battles when he plays with Crypto, he kind of looks after Crypto. So that's why he's taking his Julio army close to Crypto there, so I guess he can look after him. That's what we notice in the battles there, that, as I say, he does tend to try and look after Crypto. They work well together there. So that's why he's moving his Julia army over there. If you notice here, I've got my Britannia army right at the back of the my allies there. And what I'd like you to notice here, I'm moving my army over to the right. Okay, I'd just like you to... But this is part of a deception. Okay, I'm just going to give you a heads up on the battle plan here for the team. Okay, you can see I'm moving my army over to the right, my infantry over to the right. Just to let you know that our battle plan here is to hit here on our left flank. Okay, so there you are. You can see Mad King is going to hit in our left flank. Now Barclay, remember, has got 17 infantry, and what we're hoping is that their team's going to think there's no chance that Mad King with just 8 infantry is going to attack on that flank. There you are. If we have a look at Mad King's infantry, look, you count them out. Remember, we've looked at them already. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 infantry. That's all he's got. Okay, so the enemy will be aware of that Mad King just got 8 infantry, and as I say, Barclay Man has got 17 infantry there, which, as I said before, they can throw 4,182 pilots before we even get into battle. And as I say, if you notice here, I'm moving my infantry over to the right. Okay, as this is part of the deception, they may well think we're going to try and hit them on the right there, because, as I say, obviously, with Mad King only having 8 infantry, of course he would never attack a Roman army of 17 infantry. And as I say, that's what we're hoping they're thinking there. So they probably feel that they're very secure here on this flank, as I say, with 17 infantry and 3 cavalry against Mad King's 8 infantry there. Okay, but make no mistake, this is the target we're going for. We're going for Barclay Man's infantry there. Notice here that both Lando and Demon there will be occupying the other enemy armies there, while Mad King and myself attack on that flank. Okay, so to say, you'll notice here, can you see Mad King looking like he's moving over to the right as well? So both myself and Mad King looking like we're moving over to the right. All part of the deception. Okay, but as I say, Barclay Man's 17 infantry is looking to where we're going to hit. Should be interesting. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you'll see that both Spearman and Pompey have moved their armies forward there. Remember, Pompey's got 12 very well upgraded pike units there with 121 men in each unit. 121 men in each unit. And as I say, here on this flank where we're aiming to hit, you've got Barclay Man's 17 infantry units. As I say, I would think they feel quite secure there on that flank, facing an army with only 8 infantry there. You'll see Mad King here firing arrows into the enemy troops. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So as I say, here as I say, Mad King just got 8 infantry, and I'm sure the enemy would think there's no chance of Mad King attacking Barclayman's 17 infantry. That's what we're hoping they're thinking there. Okay, I mean, what a cheek that would be if he had tried to attack with 8 infantry. And remember, like we said, Bark's infantry can throw 4,182 pilers before they even get into contact. Okay, so but as you can see, Mad King moving towards that left flank of ours there. And I wonder whether the other team is wondering what we're doing there, wondering whether that is a deception tactic here, what we're actually doing. As I say, this is very kind of tactical and strategic the way we're moving. You'll see now that I'm starting to move my infantry over to the left flank now after moving it over to the right. Okay, you'll see I move my head hurlers and infantry there over there, but I'm not moving my my chariots at the moment. So to say, you can see me move my infantry over there. Make no mistake, the enemy will be watching my chariots, where my chariots are moving. That's where their eye will be watching the most. So at the moment, I'm going to keep my chariots just still in the background there, not giving them any hint on which flank we may well attack on there with the chariots. Okay, here you can see Mad King moving his SBQR army there, as I say, with his 8 infantry towards Bark's 17 infantry there. I wonder what Bark's thinking. Can you see that Bark is starting to divide his army into 2 there? Okay, and Mad King, I think, has done the right thing here by pulling back at this time. Okay, you see Lando's general nearly charged into them then, but then routed there. Okay, so as I say, you can see here that Barclayman has divided his army into 2 there. They say he's got an Eagle unit giving morale to that particular army there. So that's a command unit there, look. And he's got his general in charge of that army there. So I'm giving them morale bonus and general morale bonus there. You can see that you've got Barclayman's cavalry at the back there, and you've got Pompey's companion cavalry over there, plus you've got a lot of enemy archers there as well. So it might seem almost suicidal for us to attack on this flank. Okay, and that's what we're hoping they're thinking there. As you can see, I'm moving my infantry and head herders over to this left flank in preparation to attack. But as I say, they may well be thinking that that is just a deceptive tactic there. Okay, as I say, I'm keeping my chariots there still at the moment. I might start moving them slowly over to the left in a minute there. But as I say, you can see Barclayman there set his 2 armies out. And the thing is, which army would we attack when we do attack there? As I say, Mad King there with his 8 infantry may well go for this particular army here, the one on the outside of the flank. He's got his fully upgraded cavalry ready to charge in as well. Now you can see here Mad King moving that one army of his forward there, kind of making it a little bit more isolated for possibly a hit by us there, you see. You can see he's charging those cavalry units forward to try and take out Mad King's archers, but you saw Mad King retaliated with his archers there. Right, you'll see now that I've moved my chariots over to this left flank. Okay, but I wonder whether the enemy are thinking, is this still, you know, a deception tactic? Would they dare attack this flank with 17 infantry in front of them? You can see Mad King bringing his SBQR infantry back. Once again, a good deceptive tactic there. Are they thinking, well, no, Mad King's pulling his infantry back. Are they going to attack here, or are they going to switch onto the other flank like we've done in the past? Okay, so there you are. You can see Barclayman's one army there, his other army there. So he's kind of split his army up. You've got, as I say, you've got Pompey's cavalry there, plus you've got a lot of enemy archers there as well. So as I say, nice little deception move here by Mad King, moving his infantry back. So keeping the enemy guessing are we really going to attack on this flank, or are we going to switch onto another flank there? You can see I'm moving my chariots over to the flank there. So as I say, in the past we've given an impression that we're attacking on one flank and then switch to the other, and I'm wondering whether they're thinking that's what we're going to do now. Here you are, you can see Spearman aggressively attacking Demon, and Demon moving over towards Lando's army there, which is a good move for them. And as I say, you can see that massive Macedonian army moving forward. Pompey may well even try to intercept Demon's army by hitting it in the flank with his pikemen there, and you can see that's what he's thinking there as he moves those pikemen forward. and good move by Demon. He's moved his infantry back. He doesn't want to get caught in the flank by those pikemen there. Okay, so remember that Pompey's got 1,221 man pike units against Lando's 7 infantry. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So there you are, you got Lando's 7 infantry units there, as I say, extremely low for the modern day battlefield. Okay, and as I say, Pompey's got 12 well upgraded units of 121 man units. Now Pompey may well be thinking here he's going to punch a hole through these 7 units of Lando's infantry. Okay, that's what he may well be thinking there with that number advantage that he's got. And as you can see him moving more, we know that Pompey's a very aggressive attacking player there, and look at the way he's moving those pikemen forward there. It looks to me like he's looking to punch a hole through Lando's 7 infantry units there. I don't know what you guys think, but that's what it looks like to me. It looks like he's going to commit there to maybe attack him. Okay, now over here on our left flank, you'll notice that I've got my chosen swordsmen and head hurlers plus my chariots now have moved round to the left flank, and you'll notice now that Mad King is now advancing. Okay, so he's advancing there, and as I say here, I'm just expecting Pompey to bring 4 or 5 pike units out to that flank to help protect Barclayman's infantry from a chariot hit. Okay, all the way through this I was waiting for Pompey to bring pike units over here to shore up this right flank against chariots. All the way through this I was just expecting it to happen at any time. Okay, but he's brought his cavalry over, so he knows there's a problem. That's why he's brought his cavalry over here, but he hasn't brought any pike units over. So there you are, it's Mad King charging his 8 infantry forward now. As I say, very brave of him to do that, charging 8 infantry. As I say, they must have felt very secure on his flank with 17 infantry there, plus cavalry that they've got there, plus all those archers there. They probably did feel very secure and probably didn't suspect that we would hit that flank there. Okay, so just want to show you something here. As we said, you can see Pompey now is committing all his pikes to attacking Lando's infantry there. Let's just pause the game for a second. Okay, so there you can see that Pompey is committing all his pikes to attack Lando's infantry, so he's not sending any reinforcement pikes over to that right flank at all, which is good news for us. I remember when I saw all those pikes engaging Lando's army, I thought, well done to Lando, hold him as long as you can, give us chance on that left flank of ours. Here you can see spearmen attacking, looking to attack Demon's army there, so we're just hoping that they can hold here. You can see Barclayman's secondary army there, he's taking it forward. Okay, you can see him taking his army forward there, and you can see he's moving his 1 army back. Now Mad King is really going there. You can see him running in. He's already got damaged units from pilot hits earlier, but he's really charging that SBQR infantry in there. Nice attack there by Mad King. This is just what I want to see. Okay, now I'm going to pause the game in a second just to explain something here. Right, when you're a Britannia general, this is the type of Roman general you want in your team. Okay, really well done to Mad King. He's throwing everything in there to pin and hold the forward units of the enemy infantry. That's what you want. He's even took an infantry unit round the rear look to try and neutralise any cavalry attack that might come in there, or kind of slow it down at least. Look at all the enemy cavalry there. You've got Macedonian cavalry and Germanic cavalry ready to charge in. But as I say, Mad King's charged every one of his infantry units in there. He's really going for it. I've got my chariots over there, and I've got to get the timing right with these chariots. It's all about getting the timing right here. You can see I'm running my infantry over there. You can see here Mad King charging 3 of his fully upgraded cavalry in. Get ready for this, and bang, as it smashes in there. Really nice hit. As I say, this is the type of Roman general you want when you're a Britannia general. Flat out attack. Right, I've hit Warcry with my infantry, and I'm now going to charge them in, and I'm going to go for that Brutii general. Right, you can see that enemy Germanic cavalry charging in to Mad King's cavalry there, and bang, as that Germanic cavalry charging. You'll see my chosen swordsman there charging forward there. I've hit Warcry to enhance their attacking specifications. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. So we've got my chosen swordsman there. I'm going, as I say, for that Brutii general. I want to smash through those Brutii infantry in front. You'll see, if you notice there, can you see a lot of head hurlers, heads going through the air as well. See all those heads there from my head hurlers, throwing those effective against armor heads in on them as well. You can see that Mad King is attacked with his other 3 cavalry units, and I'm bringing my chariots in now. I just hope I got the timing right here for the chariots, as we're going to bang in here on this left flank. Make no mistake about that. Now over here you'll see that Lando's put several of his units into Testudo now. He's trying to hold up Pompey as long as he can. You can see that a Berserker unit has been activated, and well done to Demon over here on the right flank, holding against this massive attack. Remember, Spearman's army is very well upgraded there, and he looks like he might try and smash into Demon's flank. But as I say, these guys just need to hold as long as they can. You've got Lando's. Remember, Lando's archers have got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. They're shooting in, make no mistake, into those Mastodon pikemen there, trying to cause as many casualties as they can. So Lando's doing a really good job at holding there. And as I say, I'm bringing my chariots in now. I just hope I got the timing right. And here goes those chariots, and bang, as they charge in there. You can see the Macedonian cavalry counter-attacking there. That companion cavalry coming in there, and bang, as it smashes in there. Oh my gosh, what an impact there. Now, have we got the timing right here? You can see a lot of enemy units here starting to rout at this moment, which is good news for us. Remember the massive fear factor that those chariots bring, taking morale away from enemy troops. Really good news there. So we've taken out one of Barclayman's armies there and his cavalry. He's bringing another one of his armies over there. I've got my head hurlers throwing those effective against armor heads into the enemy infantry as well. And as I say, here you can see Barclayman bringing his B army over here. But bearing in mind he's got so many of his own units that have routed yet, the morale of that army is going to be very low. As I say, we've routed his general there. So what we're going to do now is try and take out his other army. Okay, that would be the next job, and then we would have done what we wanted to on this left flank, smashed and crashed the enemy on this left flank. Right, this is a nice hit here by Lando. Remember, he's got well upgraded cavalry, and he's going to charge in there, and bang, as he smashes into the rear of Barclayman's B army there. And you can see a lot of his infantry are already started. Right, going to chuck my chariots in there as well. There you go, and now we've routed. Okay, so that's all of Barclayman's army has now been taken out. 17 infantry units and 3 cavalry units. The whole of Barclayman's army has now been taken out. The battle plan worked on this left flank. Good combination there, if I say so myself, between Mad King, myself, and then of course you've got Lando's cavalry charging in there as well. So that's good news for us, but over here you'll see that all 3 of the Germanic Berserkers have now been activated, and poor old Lando, I can't tell you how good he's been holding against all those pikes and that Germanic army as well. But just to let you know, remember, he's got these 8 archers with 8 upgrades on each. 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Imagine the damage that those archers are doing to those Macedonians. He's going to get some really good kills there. Notice he's got them in close tight formation as well for more impact and more damage. Now over here you'll see that Demon's holding extremely well here as against the enemy Julii troops there. Okay, so well done to Demon there. He's holding really well. He's thrown some units over to help Lando against the Macedonians there. Okay, as he's really pushing forward. And as I say, Spearman there, it's got his Julii infantry there ready to throw into the fray. Okay, but bad news for Demon a bit here. You can see that Spearman has got his cavalry in behind Demon. I think Demon's lost all his cavalry at this time, and don't forget Spearman's cavalry's got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, may well head into the rear of Demon. Okay, so as I say, Lando's done extremely well here, holding as long as he did, and gave us a chance there to destroy, smash and crash that army on the left flank. Okay, so now both Mad King and myself and Lando's cavalry now have got to get over to the right flank to help. Now whatever happens, I'm going to keep my chariots away from those enemy pikes, and sometimes those chariots to me seem to like charge without orders. Okay, now here I'm pretty close to those pikes that are moving towards me, so I don't want anything to do with those pikes. What I need to do is take my chariots away. And very often you click on them to move, and they don't seem to want to do that. It's really weird. Okay, so I'm clicking on them to move away, and look, one of the silly units, one of my chariot units charges into those pikes, and I lose a few chariots there on those pikes, which I remember at the time was thinking, oh my gosh, that was a bit annoying. So I'm going to take my chariots away from those pikes there, because they just seem to charge into them for no reason. That one unit did. Over here on the right flank, look at that massive cavalry smash into the back of Demon's infantry. Now remember, Demon's got a lot of experience stripes on his infantry there. That's why they're holding. I'm pretty sure if that was just a gold shield, gold attack army, they would have routed by now. Look at that massive cavalry attack into his rear, plus that Julii infantry attack at the front. You can see that he's got some rallied Scipii cavalry charged into the back of Julii, but he's holding extremely well there. And as I say, here you can see Demon's also got some infantry over there trying to hold those berserkers up. So as I say, our right flank and right centre here is looking in a pretty poor way, but Demon and Lando have done extremely well to hold as long as they did. And as I say, please don't forget this massive, well upgraded archers here, as I say, in close tight formation for more impact, more damage, and shooting in to the enemy team all the time, causing loads of casualties. You can't underestimate that many archer units there, and so well upgraded. So here, as I say, Mad King and myself need to get over to the right flank there with our infantry and my chariots there as well, and Mad King's cavalry, we need to get over there as well. You can see there's a lot of enemy archers there, but as I say, I can't tell you how good Demon is doing in holding over here against that massive cavalry. Remember that Julii cavalry's got 8 upgrades on. Here you can see Mad King bringing his fully upgraded cavalry here. There's another cavalry unit going to smash in there as well. Bang! As that charges in there. And here you can see now Mad King, remember he's got fully upgraded cavalry, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, and here comes Lando's cavalry as well. Here's Lando's cavalry, SBQR cavalry going to charge in as well. Get ready for this, going to smash in there, bang! Smashed into the rear of that enemy Julii cavalry there. So you got Mad King's cavalry, Lando's cavalry, they're really well done. Okay, you can see I'm running my chosen swordsman in here, but can you see a massive mistake I've made? For some reason, my general has outrun the rest of his infantry and is running in first. And he's got a good chance of being taken out if he goes in first. Where he should be is more at the back of my infantry there. So I'm just charging my infantry, and I might not have noticed that the general was at the front, but he could well get routed now as the rest of my infantry charge in there. Right, there comes a Brutii cavalry unit, possibly going for my general there, as you can see, and bang, as he charges in there. Nice hit there by the Brutii general with a rallied cavalry unit. So that's my general gone. As we know, barbarian troops' morale's not very good. I've got good upgrades on these chosen swordsmen, so I'm just going to charge them in there. But remember, we still got those berserker units. Those 3 berserker units are still activated. Right, what I like to do here is try and take out the Julii general. Okay, that's what I really want to do, is take out the Julii general with my chosen swordsman. Let's pause the game for a second here. So my chosen swordsman here, make no mistake, I'm aiming for that Julii general and any other Julii units I can take out. Plus, as I say, you've got those berserker units closing in, plus those Macedon pike units closing in on my flank as well. Okay, so there's a lot going on this flank here. Okay, what I'm doing with my chariots at the moment is trying to chase down archer units that have been shooting into my infantry quite a lot. But I'll bring the chariots back, hopefully, just at the right time. But here, as I say, you can see my infantry pressing in. I want to take out that Julii general before those Macedonian pikemen can make inroads into my infantry. And there, we've done it. We've taken out that Julii general, just what you wanted here. Now, if you notice here, can you see I'm bringing my chariots close to the melee? Can you see? I'm just going to pause the game for a second here. Okay, so you've seen I've brought my chariots close to the melee, but I'm not engaging. The reason I brought these chariots over here is just to lower the morale of enemy troops, making them more susceptible to rout. I'm not going to charge into those berserkers, because we've seen before in other battle videos how berserkers can beat chariots. They were frightened by chariots there. And as I say, in other battle videos, we've actually seen that the chariots have been beaten by berserkers, so that's why I'm not charging the chariots in. I just got them close up, frightened by chariots. So the chariots, for me, are doing a good job now at just lowering the morale of the enemy troops. I can charge them in later when I want to. Here you can see I'm moving some of my head herders, and Mad King is moving some of his infantry over here towards the enemy Macedonian pikes there. Okay, and as I say, don't forget about Lando's well upgraded archers with 8 upgrades on each have been shooting into the enemy, as I say, in those close tight formations for more impact and more damage as well. But as I say, it's just going to go right down to the wire this game. Look at those Macedonian pikes. They will kill my chariots as quick as anything. So I have to be very, very careful there. Right, now I'm charging my chosen swordsman into those berserkers. I know I'm going to lose my infantry there, but I'm going to try and weaken those Julii units and those berserker units as much as I can before my infantry is routed. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. Just trying to like weaken those enemy units as much as I can. Okay, so that's all my infantry has now been routed, but I'm hoping I've weakened the enemy enough. Let's see, there's only 2 berserkers left in that one unit, and so there's 2 in that one unit, and just 1 in that unit. So that's good news for us. Really pleased with that. We've routed the Julii general as well, so that's, you know, I'm really pleased with that. So that's no more morale bonus from that general there. He's gone. But as I say, those Macedonian pikes there, they can be very tricky, and I'm going to have to be very, very careful with my chariots here. As you can see, Pompey's starting to mass his pikes now. Okay, now just to show you, these 2 Germanic cavalry units here of Cryptos were a real nuisance in the latter stage of the battle for us. They kept smashing into our infantry, into the rear of our infantry there. I've got one of my head hurler units attacking that Macedonian unit, and bang, that cavalry smashes into the back. So what I want to do is take my chariots around the rear of those pikes and try and take out those Germanic cavalry units there. Okay, but I think Crypto's going to be quite clever here and move his cavalry away from my chariots, because he can see that I want to hit them there. Okay, so that was a nice move there to get them away from my chariots there. As I say, I've still got some ammunition from my head hurlers, which I'm going to move forward there and start throwing head hurler heads into the enemy pikes there. Here, a nice cavalry charge coming in there from, I think it's Lando. And bang, as he charges in there with his cavalry. Nice hit there by Lando. You can see that Germanic cavalry thinking about counter-attacking and then pulling back. As I say, I want to take out those units as soon as I can with my chariots. And if I can there, right, you can see my chariots closing in on those 2 Germanic cavalry units there. And you can see another one of my chariot unit coming in from a different angle there. Look, and bang, as we charge in there. So we've taken out one of those Germanic cavalry units, which I'm really pleased about. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. Right, can you see these 2 pike units of Pompey? One facing that way. See how he got his pikes down that way? And one facing that way, engaging our troops. Okay, so they're both facing away from my chariots there. Can you see? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to charge my chariots right into the rear of those pike units. Okay, because they're facing away from me. And here goes my chariots. Get ready for this. And bang, as they charge in there. Don't forget those chariots haven't just got fantastic attacking specification. They got 5 hit points and a massive fear factor they bring as well. And there we are, we've routed, I think that's the last of the enemy infantry units there. So it it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle. As I say, we've just lost 2 or 3 in a row here, so I think we'll be very pleased here. But just look at the troops that we got left, hardly anybody left. Remember here over on the left flank, the deception that we did, and then we smashed and crashed into that left flank, took all of Barclayman's army out and most of the Germanic cavalry and Macedonian cavalry as well in that one hit on the left flank there. So a team plan came together there. Yes, we did do some deception tactics to maybe make them think we weren't going to attack, but I think they probably felt so confident there with 17 infantry units on that flank we wouldn't attack anyway, so it all fed into the team plan there. As I say, as we move across the battlefield, there was the Macedonians were attacking Lando's infantry. Now, I can't tell you how well Lando held there against all those Macedonian pikes plus the berserkers. And over here you can see this was a real massive battle here where Demon was holding so well against that massive enemy attack on him by the Julii general there. So Demon did extremely well there. I think all the team played a really big part in the battle plan there. So really well done to them there. And say if you look around, you'll see we've got some dotted archer units around the battlefield. There you'll see just a few dotted ones around the battlefield there. Not a lot. And Here you can see I've got some head herders, a couple of head herder units left, maybe 3 there, and very, very battle damaged chariot units there. You can see Lando's got some archer units there. But that's basically what you can see there is the entirety of 4 of our armies. That's all the troops we've got left out of our 4 armies. So you can see how close this battle is. And my guess is that my money would be on a very, very close battle here. What do you guys think? Just looking at what we've got left here, I think it's just going to be a very close battle. God, look at that pile of dead there. Just goes to show how intense the fighting was. Okay, first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played well, guys. Really well done. And as you can see, it was an average victory. I would have put money on it being close. I don't know about what you guys thought, but we must have just scraped into the average category there. But I would have thought that would have been close to me. Highest kills in the game, well, I'm really surprised there. Goes to my very, very old-fashioned, old-school Britannia army. Smallest army on the battlefield. As I say, old-fashioned, old school, but there you are, old-fashioned, old school, maybe out of date, still can work on the modern 2022 RTW battlefield. So I'm pleased with that. So well done to Brother Member Crypto. I thought he did extremely well with his Germanic army. Good kills, 1,349. Well done to Pompey, 1,200 kills there with his Macedonians. Good kills there. Well done to Spearman, really aggressive there. Barclayman probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to. Although he had 17 infantry and 3 cavalry, he probably is disappointed with the kills he's got there, but he was smashed and crashed on that left flank. The battle plan for the team worked there. So well done to Mad King, great aggressive attacking there. As I say, really good Roman general to have when you're in Britannia. Well done to Lando, fantastic holding and some really good kills. I think those archers did a lot of damage to the enemy troops there, so well done to him. And well done to Demon. Possibly didn't get the kills that he wanted to, but he played a crucial role in holding the right flank there, allowing us to get over from the left flank to help him out there. So really well done. I just thought this was a good battle to show you. There of Mad King and myself on the left flank working really well together to achieve the team plan, and Lando and Demon holding so well on the right centre and right flank there, allowing Mad King and myself to take out the left flank. Spartan Commander, so I hope you enjoyed the battle. Please give us a thumbs up.